How are you all? This is D'Amico Faulkner checking in, Forte Avenue. I'm sitting here with the lovely LeShea Stukes, where she is, taking off this weekend for 2 Trains Running, play that is out of the origin of August Wilson. Ms. Stukes,
Yes,
how are you?
I'm wonderful. How are you?
I'm doing well, looking lovely as always.
Thank you.
Look at her. Listen, you told me that you had a premiere that started on Saturday. I have to ask, how did things go?
It went great. It gave the public a chance to kind of get a snippet of what we're going to offer on Thursday for opening night.
Okay.
It kind of gave like a workshop feel of what kind of actors go through to work out the kinks, working with props and things like that. So
Gotcha.
they got a chance to ask questions of how we came up with our characters, how we developed them, researched them.
Oh, wow.
So it was like a little 45-minute little premiere, but it was great. I think we're going to have a lot of people come out.
Man, I like that, man. That's one of the first I've heard of actually having that Q&A after the, previewing the scenes and that sort of thing. That's cool, man. Tell me, what sort of person is going to actually like 2 Trains Running?
Everyone.
Everyone.
I think everyone who has an open mind, who wants to kind of see what the social issues were back in 1969. It kind of gives a barbershop feel because it's a cast of 6 men and 1 female.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So you get to see the behind the scenes of what people really talk about when the doors are closed. Not being politically correct or being very raw about how you feel.
Okay.
And all different types of opinions and conversation is literally a conversation. So I think anybody who wants to witness that with a great cast, so much talent, the scenery, the backstories, how the different characters have their story. It might be a love story.
Ooh.
So you get all of that in one. So if anybody wants to be entertained and have a chance to reflect and get a really good night,
Right.
come on out.
And I have to say, if any one woman was in the midst of 6 men, if anybody, I know you could hold it down. I'm sure that's what you did, right?
I do it. A little bit.
Well, let me ask you this. Was there anything that was challenging about bringing the script to life?
My character is Rissa. Rissa, like I said, is the only female, but she doesn't have a lot of lines. You'll see in August Wilson productions, there's not a lot of female characters.
Okay.
So you have to develop her backstory, what makes her do what she does.
Okay.
Where her presence has to be known, even though she doesn't say any words. She has to be able to make sure that you know that she's in the room.
Okay.
She also has to figure out the balance of being vulnerable and the balance of being hardcore, getting stuff done, making sure that you got to wrangle these men, take care of this restaurant, which is where it takes place. So the challenging part was finding those bits and pieces where you can kind of make changes to her and have levels with her and make you pay attention to her and wonder about her. I think that was a challenge, making sure that you're acting without any words.
And it's interesting with all of the dynamics that the people will see with what everything that was going on in '69 compared to some of the similarities that we see today. What do you think people will think on their drive home? What do you think will be on their minds on their drive home?
They're probably going to reflect on how one or more of the characters remind them of family members.
Oh, okay.
You have older men mixed with younger men. You have that uncle, Right. You'll also probably look at how 1969, there's some things that haven't changed,
Right.
The conversation hasn't changed. You'll also see how things have changed. You'll see kind of how women interact. What's the story with that? How come women are so tough sometimes to get to the softer side? People coming out of the penitentiary, what does that look like?
Right.
How does that relate to maybe some family members, friends? It will make you reflect on a lot of things. There's so many different things.
Well, and that's one thing that I appreciate about this piece is that is thought provoking. There is some substantive content, that would actually make someone. I know that you may have love. I'm not giving it away.
She might not.
Oh, then again you might
question
not.
mark.
I'm gonna leave that alone.
Come to the show.
Okay, you have your comedy. You have your possible love, and then you have your your social engagement. And so
Absolutely.
I think that that level of substance is definitely necessary in today's time, because there's so much just to take our minds away off the issues, the real things. Okay, do me a favor. You don't have to look directly into the camera, but do so and call someone out. Call someone out who is definitely someone who must see this production.
Charlotte,
Charlotte.
come on out and see this production.
Charlotte.
All of yous.
Charlotte, Gastonia.
All of yous. Oh,
well,
Gastonia.
that's right.
We got a little Fort Mill, a little bit of Rock Hill.
Gotcha.
I mean, if you in New York, you want to come on down,
Young Science.
it's for everyone. But you said one, so I started with Charlotte. That's where we at.
I got you. Who has the best costume? Come on. Who has
I'm
the
supposed
best?
to say me, ain't I? But I have to say Wolf. There's this character. His name is Wolf. That's played by Devin, who was an amazing actor. But he's younger, so to see him get into character with this particular one, it's perfect.
Oh man. Okay. Cool.
Yeah, it makes me giggle.
Now, did you find yourself most like the character, or let me ask you this way: how is the character like you first? How's the character like you?
You're telling my business. When we did the premiere on Saturday, we did have to describe our character, and what I said was, most women have been hurt. There's been more than we'd like to say have been physically abused, some type of abuse. Well, that's not like me, but just kind of giving a synopsis of my character. It's kind of like, what does she do to mask that, to cope with that?
Okay.
So as a woman, when we are hurt emotionally in relationships, you build up a wall,
Gotcha.
like an emotional wall. So it's hard to get through to the soft, vulnerable part because you're
Right.
scared of being hurt. And so I think we all do that. All females that I know have gone through a situation where they had to be vulnerable and had to kind of weigh the pros and cons of situations and take a risk on love.
Gotcha.
And take a risk on making the next step with someone else. Or holding back
Right.
back too much to where you might make some mistakes, make some wrong choices. She has sass to her that is like me. I'm a little sassy.
Just a little bit, you think? It's
The
not,
camera's on.
I got you.
So she has a little she has a little bit of sass, a little bit of comedy, sense of humor sometimes. But yeah, those are some similar things.
Got you. Anything different?
I can't say without giving it away.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
There are some things that she does that I've never thought about. It never crossed my mind to do that. But again, people have different coping mechanisms.
And you're,
I'll say that.
You are absolutely right. You're absolutely right. Man, I'm excited about this character. I really am. If you could choose any celebrity, who would you choose to actually take on this role?
Tashina Arnold.
So, when was the first time you stepped on stage?
It wasn't stage, but it was in front of the church. That was an Easter Sunday play that I did. And that was at Enoch Chapel Baptist Church, Market Street, Wilmington, North Carolina. Hey guys.
Okay.
Yeah, that was the first time I had the bug of getting up. And I was nervous at first. It was my first time, but everybody loved it and was laughing and having a good time. I was like, yeah.
So you didn't have trouble remembering your lines, or was it just Jesus wept with?
Well, that's usually the other Sundays. It's usually that. But this one, you had it. First of all, don't you call me out there. But no, I don't think I had a hard time remembering them.
So
that helps me now. For some reason, I'm able to remember long scripts.
Wow, seriously.
Doing 2-person plays for three acts. You just got to be a muscle memory. And I don't know, I kind of get into autopilot sometimes.
Got you.
But yeah, I didn't have a problem.
Now, I know that you are in this zone. I know that you're in the thick of things. But
Yes.
tell me what a typical Sunday is like for you.
I like to relax, like to sleep, catch up on some series and shows that I missed on during the week.
During the week.
Sleep again, eat, and then sleep some
and
more.
then sleep.
Mhm.
Getting ready for that week.
Getting ready for the week, you know, just getting my zone, my zen.
Z-
Zone and zen, Z.
Z's.
Mm-hmm.
Z's. Now I know that you can't sleep during this particular time, but like if you have 5 minutes backstage or you have a break, intermission, how do you use that time?
Probably going over my next scene or act, just running through. Just run
That's
through
your-
lines. Just even though I know it, it kind of gives you I don't know, a recharge maybe.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Lastly, man, and I'm really into your preparation because I'm just listening to the depth in which you go to prepare for these roles.
Mm-hmm.
What's like the last thing you do? What's like the last thing you do before you hit the stage and the curtains open?
I say it's do or die, go hard or go home.
It's do or die. Go hard or go home. You've heard it.
Yeah, for real.
2 trains running.
2 trains
Opens
running.
Thursday, right?
Thursday.
All right.
7:30 p.m.
All right.
Duke Energy Theater. Come here. See us.
Right.
Wow you.
You heard it here. This is LeShea Stukes. Thank you so much for your time,
You
LeShea.
are welcome.